This week, we've been focusing on the power of healing, from the toll of the coronavirus, political discord, to racial inequality.
Tonight, a glimpse into some frank and sometimes uncomfortable conversations two spiritual leaders are having about bias and why they say seeing a person's color is the first step in achieving real change.
Danielle Wiggins has this story.
When there are wounds,
it hurts me that this is what it has to resolve to.
There's a need for proper healing because unhealed wounds are prone to infection.
There's something that says you should be afraid. And so the healing in me occurs when I have a safe place in Koran.
Gordon Hayberg and Koran Bishop met nearly 3 years ago. Their intention was to form a relationship that would help address and reconcile racial wounds. Their first meeting, though, was a little uncomfortable.
We joke about it being the awkward first date because we were like, we just don't know anything about each other.
Thankfully, the person that connected us kind of knew that we had a similar heart for kids and for Christ and seeing racial reconciliation happen in our communities.
The two, who are both ministry leaders in Summit County, continued to meet and found common ground. Both are husbands and fathers, and both are runners. However, there's a big difference between them, and in order for the process of racial healing to begin, they say that difference needed to be acknowledged.
I used to wave a banner that says, I don't see color. There's no race but the human race. For me to say, you don't see color, Koran, you taught me, well then that means you don't see me.
As a black man who grew up in the inner city, Koran says seeing a person's color is imperative to seeing change.
First, I have to see your color. Then I can see the division in our nation, and now we can start to heal the two sides.
The two believe racial healing is a process of looking within.
Let's start with the fact that there's a difference, and let's address what's going on inside of me that is not accepting of the difference.
The idea for us today, right, is to address the mess that's going on inside.
Sparked by the death of George Floyd and the video of a white police officer pressing his knee on Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes, Gordon and Koran took their process of addressing their own mess public. The two had a candid conversation on Facebook Live in an effort to find ways to heal from what the nation saw.
I don't care what he did. He didn't deserve that.
They discussed everything from bias in hiring, the reasons why black people adjust the way they talk and act around white people, a practice known as code switching, and the image of Jesus as a white man.
You got to realize not everybody's connecting with that.
In the end, their hope is to be an example of how seeing color,
Gordon actually cares about me as an individual,
and addressing one's own bias within a secure relationship,
Koran's a safe place for me,
can begin to mend wounds and produce racial healing. Danielle Wiggins, 3 News.
Another example of why conversations about some pretty tough subjects at times are so important to understanding, and you just hope that what we're experiencing overall is a movement and not a moment.
In this week's education station, Danielle Wiggins goes inside JFK High School to see how a local tech expert is recruiting students to that very field.
Get into it, get into it, get into it.
Pep like a cheerleader.
Today is all about exposure.
Plans like an educator.
You gotta get into this technology, y'all.
Tondi Allen isn't a teacher or administrator here at Cleveland's John F. Kennedy High School.
So what you gonna type? Oh, that don't look right, that don't look right.
She's the co-owner of Urban City Codes, a community-based tech training company serving the underrepresented and under-resourced. But today, she's educating hundreds of JFK students about the benefit of pursuing careers in technology.
800 million jobs will be lost by 2030 due to automation.
To grab students' attention, Allen is using this alarming statistic from a 2017 McKinsey Global Institute report on automation's impact on the global workforce. The same organization later found Black U.S. workers are overrepresented in job roles and regions, more likely to see employment declines because of automation.
What is the future of work?
The future of work, robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. So you better get in that lane or you might be left out.
Who in here has ever flown a drone at all?
So right now it is raining and snowing, but the kids are out here really captivated by that drone.
It's interesting.
The key is, though, turning their interest into a future career.
We have a program with the Minority Tech Alliance that actually assigns them a tech mentor.
Rise to the air.
Where we're actually honing them while they're still interested so they can pick a career so then they can start making money right away in technology.
Creating a trajectory where a student can navigate a tech career, landing in the palm of their hand.
Alan tells me after their presentations at JFK, 46 students signed up for their tech programs. They include robotics, coding, cybersecurity, and even a drone cadet flight school, which students can participate in with no financial cost to their families. I've posted more on Allen and Urban City Codes to WKYC.com.
MuniLot did open 2 hours early today just for the occasion, and that is where we find Danielle Wiggins this morning. Danny, you were dancing, you had food earlier. What have you got for us right now?
Oh, Matt and Isabel, I have a lot for you. I mean, we have cornhole over here. They are playing, doing the do here with the games here. Now, I have my friend here. He's wearing a Tennessee jacket, and I said, you got the wrong orange on, okay? Oh, no. We won't put that on there. We do have the food. We have the pretzels. Oh, my goodness, they are cooking up here. The fans are really excited for the game today at 1 at First Energy Stadium. Remember, the Browns 6-6 taking on the Ravens. But I have something very special for everybody. So let's say you get married, right? What would you do the day after your wedding? What? These people, they tailgate. Meet newlyweds Ryan and Stephanie.
Go Browns!
Go Browns! First of all, I have to say congratulations. But why did you guys decide to, your first day, you're not even 24 hours married yet, right? To spend it here.
12.
Yeah, it's been 12, maybe like 18.
Okay. There's no place else we'd be on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's perfect. We love the MuniLot. We love the Browns.
Okay, Stephanie, now, so everybody at home, I have to tell you this. Now, this means a lot from Stephanie. You know why? Because Stephanie is actually from Baltimore. Stephanie, how did you become a Browns fan?
I moved to Cleveland.
She met me.
Yeah.
She met me.
Also, yeah, that's the second answer. Yeah.
So are you more a fan of your husband or are you really the Browns fan?
I'm really a Browns fan.
Got it. Okay, so tell me, what are your predictions for the game today?
Oh, we're going to win. Right?
I'm going to hold predictions. I don't know.
Oh, you're holding predictions on us?
I'm a seasoned Browns fan, so not getting my hopes up too high, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yes, we shall see. Now, you know, this is an important game for us. Again, they take on the Baltimore Ravens because, remember, they had the bye week last week, and then the week before, they took on the Ravens, lost 16-10, even though they had Lamar Jackson throw 4 interceptions. So maybe we can get a win to Baltimore. They lost last Sunday.
I think our defense will play good. I make that prediction. Defense will be good. Defense will be good.
Myles Garrett, he was kind of saying they weren't necessarily ready for this game, but you think so?
I think so. I think they'll be ready this time.
Okay, so can we get here we go, Brownies, here we go. Your first one as a newlywed couple.
All right.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
Woo, woo. All righty, all live from the MuniLot, Danielle Wiggins, 3 News. Well, Tuesday on Go, I shared my conversation with writer Regina Brett, the breast cancer survivor who introduced me to breast self-exams, which ultimately led to me catching my breast cancer in an early stage. And now, Regina is introducing me to another part of the journey, the process of healing.
I love this too. Some see a weed, others a wish.
Cancer, a dandelion in my life's garden.
And that's kind of what cancer is. You could look at it like a weed, a horrible thing you want to yank at, or 100 wishes for somebody else.
Regina Brett, columnist, author, and breast cancer survivor.
Because cancer doesn't care who it hits, you know.
It does not discriminate, not at all.
Who's introducing me to the healing process after my short but traumatic bout with the disease.
So, Regina, we're here in the Healing Garden.
Yes, this is the Healing Garden at the Gathering Place in Beechwood.
The Gathering Place offers support to people like me, individuals and families whose lives have been impacted by cancer.
To go somewhere where it's not about your treatment. It's about your healing and about the joy of it. And
For me, healing is hard.
it is scary.
I think I'm like, I don't know what to do now as I'm coming back to my life. It's like, what?
It's like an earthquake hit. You dealt with the first wave, and now the aftershocks come.
Although I caught cancer in an early stage and chemo and radiation weren't needed, the fear cancer will one day return is hitting me now.
Survivorship, to me, is a long journey. It's different than the treatment to treat the cancer. Now it's living with that uncertainty.
And living with fear.
I was afraid. If I'm afraid, we're going out in the world afraid. I don't wait for the fear to leave. Someday I'm going to die. We all are. Cancer just gave me the wake-up call to live like crazy before that end comes, no matter what it comes from. Oh my gosh, they put my name on the door.
After being humble enough to receive help, Regina believes the cancer journey can then turn you into a frontline warrior, battling for others.
So this is the wig salon.
At the gathering place, Regina helped start a wig salon that now bears her name. It provides free wigs to other cancer warriors who lost their hair due to treatment, showing me that you can take the dandelion of cancer and use it to fulfill the wishes of others.
So think about what gift you're going to bring to the world. I brought to the world this wig salon, but you come in public with your story. You never know who's going to be helped. Really proud of you.
I'm proud of you. Wow. Gina, you know, keep making me cry.
And as I start my healing journey, I hope tears of sorrow, grief, and joy water seeds of healing waiting to bloom in our lives.
And I'd like to give a big thank you to The Gathering Place for hosting our conversation. I have a link to their programs and resources posted to WKYC.com. And Holly, Dave, Maureen, I am actually taking a cooking class at The Gathering Place about healthy eating, cancer-fighting diet, so I'm very excited about that. But one point that I want to really drive home is I asked Regina, how do you accept help? I mean, I'm a type A personality, like to plan, and I could do it myself. Right. And she said something powerful. I had to write it down. It takes more power to receive. To be humble, to be vulnerable takes power, a different kind of power.
Welcome back. It is 6:15. A simple wave connected one little girl with her neighbors all school year long. But with school canceled, they're finding other ways to connect. Danielle Wiggins introduces you to the Geauga County girl who is serving as a reminder that the smallest act of kindness can have the greatest impact.
Good morning!
7-year-old Lucy DeFranco of Bainbridge has a tradition.
That's a new record!
Every morning as she waits at the end of her driveway for the school bus, Lucy pops out of her mother's sunroof and waves at people driving by on Chagrin Road.
It felt really good because people like when I wave to them.
A smile, a wave, all reminders that it's the small things in life that we miss, because for some, those small things have the greatest impact.
Dear little waving girl, one of the things I miss most during this time that we're all isolated is those mornings when you're out waving so nicely as you're waiting for the school bus.
With roads void of those yellow buses, David Straw misses seeing the little waving girl who could always change his mood.
Sometimes you're grumpy and not feeling well and not looking forward to another day at work, and Lucy always just brings a smile to my face and makes me think everything's okay.
Straw, who owns a painting company minutes away from Lucy's house, surprised the second grader with a small gift and card to say thank you for her act of kindness. For Lucy's mom, the surprise gift is a reminder that
kind gestures can continue amidst everything that's going on.
In Bainbridge, Danielle Wiggins, 3 News.